I stayed home with my second daughter while my eldest was finishing up pre-kindergarten, about to go into kindergarten. And that was then when I realized that I could do something with this, because I had a friend of mine who asked me to create something from her best friend's cardigan, who passed away from cancer. And she was supposed to be her maid of honor. And she asked me to create something for her to carry down the aisle made with her best friend's clothing. So I did that, not realizing, anything. I did that just, I would love to, it would be in my honor. Then the royal wedding happened in the UK, and Brides Magazine contacted me after I did my Instagram page, wanting me to be in the two royal wedding issues of Brides Magazine over in the UK.
Now, how did they find you? You said through your Instagram, but you had mentioned that you had done your bouquet, and then you had done one for someone whose maid of honor had passed away.
Right. So I had
was it just the 2 bouquets before they contacted you?
It was pretty much 2 bouquets. It may have been 3. But I had like a whole bunch of little flowers that I did, and I posted it. I had one of my girlfriend's daughters tell me I should do Instagram, and being at this point almost 40, getting that I should do Instagram comment, I'm like, well, I don't know how to do Instagram. Like I have no idea what I'm doing. I ended up researching the algorithms and how to actually do Instagram. And I ended up doing it. And, I would tag people, I would learn about all the algorithms and what I needed to do. And I ended up having them contact me, asking me, and I didn't think it was real. So in the email, I had a number and a contact, but I went on their website and I called London from my cell phone because I didn't think it was real, the email. And I called the number that was on their website. And I will never forget it. I felt like such an idiot, but I called and and they're like,
"Hello, you're pretty new at it too. That makes sense."
Exactly. And they picked up and they were so, "Hello, this is Brides Magazine. How may I help you?" And I'm like, "Hey, it's Michelle from New York." And I'm like, so I asked for the person that was listed on my email if I could speak with them, just because I wanted to see if this email was real. And she said, "Sure, one moment." She connected me. And then, of course, I said, "Hi, I just wanted to touch base with you to see what you'd like me to design. I wanted to make sure that everything is cohesive and what you're looking to have." So I had a backup story, but that's
okay. Well, that's good. So you didn't tell her that you weren't sure she was real. I love that, though.
Exactly. Because I didn't know, and I was like, how did this get all the way to the UK? But that's when it happened, and that's when everything started turning around.
And when was that?
Something Nora is going to be 4 on the 11th of March. So I want to say about 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, something like that. It was whenever.
Right now I'm trying to get to the beginning of your Instagram so that, we can show a little bit of that. And it's just taking a while for it to load because you have so many beautiful flowers and brooches and hair pieces. What's been while I'm priming this to be on the screen too, what would you say is your most challenging project so far?
That's a good question. I don't know if I would categorize it as challenging, but I've had, I don't know if it's really challenging. Emotional, maybe, because I almost cry with every single bride. I have pieces. I think my thing is, I have to plug in. I have pieces that have been or have been made from, rather, brides' fathers who have passed away, like soon, like within the past X amount of months or years prior to the wedding. And they give me their button-down shirt and they tell me the story. I don't really categorize it as hard or challenging, but I would categorize it as emotional. I get very invested in every single piece just because people trust me with articles of clothing that are irreplaceable. I've had grandmother's diamond engagement rings. I do all over the United States and out of the country too. So people trust me to mail their pieces to me, not even knowing me, but I have like thank God I have the credentials and everything on my website listed, and they can check to make sure that I am a real company, that I've been recognized, that I'm honest. And I also do these types of meetings just so I can introduce myself to them and also to their mother, who is sending her wedding dress or, whatever type of jewelry, or a purple heart from Vietnam, which I held in my hand, which is like amazing.
It's incredible. What do you do once you're done with the materials? If there's, let's say you're taking someone's dress and then some of the flowers are made from that. What do you do with the rest of the dress? Do you send it back? Do you donate the fabric or save it for future projects?
No, I send it back. I send everything back. Just because, like I said before, I'm such an emotional person, so I kind of put myself in their shoes. I know if, God forbid, I lost a loved one, I'm the type of person who would put their shirt on and just snuggle with it. That's the way I am. I get very attached to it. I just like to, keep it. So when I cut into these types of fabrics, I don't hack into them. I literally cut them on the seams. I have them hanging on hooks in my studio. I give respect to the garment, and then whatever I don't use, I send right back. I don't cut what I use.
After my grandfather died, his widow gave me one thing, and I wasn't looking for anything whatsoever, but the one thing that she gave me was a t-shirt that he got in Atlantic City on a trip that I had gone on with them. So that's the only thing I have from him. I don't know if I still have it or if I donated it a few years ago, but I wish that I had known of you when it was time for my wedding. I love the bouquet I have, and I did have it preserved afterwards. It was a live bouquet. That was a whole other process getting that. That's a whole other Zoom for them to take the bouquet, recreate it, preserve it, etc.
There's really good companies like Debbie Floor. Yeah, really awesome companies that do that, and they do beautiful work. Work.
I can just think of so many little items that could have, I could have incorporated. Maybe my husband and I need a vow renewal. What if we know an officiant anywhere? Anyhow, but